This Russell Wilson calf issue, there's a couple that I think about it, and follow me here because I think there's two different ways to look at this. Number one, let's talk about how he got hurt. He gets hurt in a conditioning drill pushing a sled. At no time on a football field in a football game will Russell Wilson be pushing a sled. At no time will he be doing any act that requires that type of movement. So why are you doing it in a conditioning drill? It just doesn't make sense. And you can say, well, guys can get hurt doing anything. That's true. But why put them in a position that they're never going to be in for them to get hurt? Just doesn't make sense. Get it together. Get it together, man. That's one. But number two, Mike Tomlin is slow playing the hell out of this thing. Russell Wilson said, hey, man, I'm ready to go. I'm just following what people are telling me. And that's great. But Mike Tomlin has, we're just taking it inch by inch. Here's the thing. Two things can be at play here. Number one, Russell Wilson could be a lot more hurt than what they're telling us. That could be number one. We've seen calf injuries in the NBA to guys. They get a calf injury and they're out for weeks at a time. Now, we have seen Russell Wilson out there here lately. He's been out. He's been doing all the individual work. 11 on 11. He's just been handing the ball off. He hadn't thrown any passes in that. So maybe, just maybe, he's actually a little bit more hurt than what the Steelers are letting on, which to me, that's okay. That's their job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't have to disclose all of that in training camp, how hurt somebody is. I'm okay with that. That's fine. The second part of this, though, and follow me here, maybe that Mike Tomlin is saying, look, I want this to actually be a battle. We got a window on how this can be a battle. And because Justin Fields has gotten all the reps with the ones. He's gotten all the reps. And he's saying, look, here is an opportunity for us to see if this guy can really play football. Can he lead this team? You all heard me early on, way back when they signed both of these guys. I said, look, well, I guess they didn't sign Justin Fields. They traded for him. But I was under the impression, or it was, to me, I thought Justin Fields needed to be the guy to win the job. And the reason that I said that is because if he goes and wins the job, he can be the quarterback for the Steelers for the next decade. To me, that makes sense. Young guy comes out, earns the job. Yeah, he can be the quarterback for the next decade. We know Russell Wilson is not going to be the quarterback for the Steelers for the next decade. Maybe the next 2 or 3 years, but not the next decade. Well, what would you rather worry about? Would you rather have a quarterback that you know for the next decade, or a guy for 2 or 3 years and then you got to start over? Because Fields isn't going to be the backup here for 2 or 3 years. I don't think that's going to happen. Or maybe Mike Tomlin is putting it out there and putting tape out there in case the Steelers are looking to trade Justin Fields. I think that's highly unlikely because Kyle Allen has looked pathetic in camp so far. But I think that Justin Fields, getting him out there, I think it's the latter. I think it's the Mike Tomlin is trying to see if Justin Fields can go win this job, if it can actually be a battle, because he's backed off of everything other than saying that, Russell Wilson is in the pole position. Okay. Well, what if Justin Fields plays really well in camp, which I think all Steeler fans want? That's what we wanted. We wanted Justin Fields to play well. Now, there's a lot of us who didn't think that he would play well. We thought, and in minicamp and in OTAs, he didn't. He looked the same Justin Fields that we saw in Chicago. Inaccurate with the football. Held on to the ball way too long. He threw a good deep ball, but his ball placement on all other throws was erratic at best. We even saw that the first 4 days of camp. Just, okay, well, this guy he is what it is. And I even said on one of the lives, I said, yeah, maybe this is it. Maybe this is just what he is. Put the pads on, this guy's turned into a totally different quarterback. Now, I love the quote from Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin said that wardrobe shouldn't change the expectation or his play, but apparently it has, man. Because the last 2 days, he has looked outstanding. Not good, outstanding in pads, leading this offense. He's got some zone reads. He's thrown fade routes, as you're seeing here, to George Pickens. That's perfect ball placement on a fade route in the end zone. Perfect ball placement. You saw him on some zone reads, outrunning people, and then you can always say, well, they're not really trying to catch him. Yeah, they were. He's just playing really good football. Give the guys credit. I love it. I love what Justin Fields is doing. Look, they're trying to catch him. He's just on the outside. They can't catch him. He's that athletic. He brings a dimension that the Steelers haven't had at the quarterback position since Slash. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be that or needs to be that, because I think he needs to be better, because although I like Cordell Stewart, I don't think he was the greatest quarterback. Thought he was decent, but not great. Having said all of that, man, I think can it be a battle? I don't know. Can it be a battle? I don't know. But that brings us to our poll question. Our good old poll question that we like to have about Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Here we go. With Russell Wilson's injury and Justin Fields' increased reps, has this, number one, there's 2 questions in this. Has this become more of a real QB battle? And who starts the season? So I guess leave your answers in the comments. But the one thing is, if it has not become a real battle, or if you don't think it is, the answer is no, then we always know who's going to start the season, But do you guys think that this has now become a real QB battle? Can Justin Fields wrestle this job away from Russell Wilson? Can he do it? My thinking on it is, yeah, if he's going to continue to play the way that he has since the pads have come on, yeah, he can wrestle that job away. Will he do it? I don't know. That's kind of what the same thing in Chicago. You saw flashes of greatness, and then you saw pathetic play. That's the one thing we can't have at the quarterback position. It can't be inconsistent, man. It can't be. It got to be consistent. It's got to be good, consistent play. That's what we need. And if Russell Wilson, while not spectacular, is going to give you the good, consistent play over the super highs and the super lows that Justin Fields so far in his career has shown, then you got to go with Russell Wilson. But maybe Justin Fields is on the come up, man. Maybe he's trying to turn that around. If he looks like what he has since the pads have come on, this is a good Justin Fields, people. It is a great Justin Fields, not a good one, a great one. So please leave your answers in the comments section to that poll question.